Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Colette and I try to explain economics in a really easy and simple way so that everyone can understand. And today I'm going to be talking about 3 different market structures that economies can have to try and fix the economic problem. So the 3 different market structures that they can have is the free market, a mixed market and a command economy, and we shall be starting with the free market. So this is where there isn't really much government intervention. All the resources are allocated via the price mechanism and most, if not all, of the businesses are privately owned, so there is a lot of privatisation. Due to the amount of privatisation, there is a high level of competition, so this means that the resources are allocated more efficiently as the businesses will only provide what the customers want. This helps to drive innovation and inventions as businesses will want to continue to attract the customers to go to them rather than their competitors, so this means that there are normally lower prices and higher quality products to try to be competitive. However, there are also disadvantages, and the first is that there is a lot of exploitation, and this again is due to the amount of profit that the businesses want. There is high amounts of worker exploitation, and this is because they want to try and get the lowest cost possible, so they charge really low wages and they also have really bad working conditions. And this happens a lot within the fashion industry, especially the fast fashion, and this is because their competitive advantage is that they have really low prices, so they have to have low costs to meet these prices. So the workers could be working long days, not really many days off, they may not even have any days off, they could be working in really hot conditions and it could be really unhygienic, etc, etc. Another drawback that links to profit is that not everyone can get work, and this is because some of the businesses won't take on or employ the people who are less skilled or aren't as quick. So for example, the people who are a bit older, maybe a bit slower at producing goods or services, so then they can't make as many as possible in a short amount of time, so the businesses can't sell as many units, so they make less profit, which disencourages them to hire these people. So there can be higher unemployment, and another drawback is that not all goods and services will be produced. So for example, a lighthouse, you can't actually make any money from that because you can't pay or charge boats to use the lighthouse as it's free for everyone to access, so that just won't be provided. And also in smaller villages, they may not provide public transport because again, only maybe 5 people use it, so again it's not profitable and it doesn't cover the fuel costs. And finally, due to the high amount of competition, there can be formed monopolies. And this is legally when a business has 25% of the market share or more. Due to the level of power that they have, they may be able to charge higher prices and have lower quality products. One of the reasons why they can have high prices is because they haven't got as much competition, so they're not actually competing with all of the firms. So due to this, they're not trying to attract the customers to go to them, so they can actually charge the higher prices because they know that the customers have less choice, so they can go to them. This is similar to their lower quality, and this again is because they haven't really got any other choices to go to, so they can have lower quality goods, which means they don't actually have to focus on improving and adapting them, so they will have lower costs, again making their profit margins higher. We'll now be moving on and talk about the command economy, and this is completely opposite to the free market, so there is high government intervention, there aren't really many private businesses, and all of the resources are allocated by the government. So this means that the advantages for this are basically the disadvantages for the free market. So the first is that there is less exploitation, and this is because the government controls the production line, so they control who's employed and who's unemployed. And they also get to decide on the wages, so they get to decide how much their workers earn. Now this helps to reduce unemployment, and it also helps to reduce the inequalities within the society. And finally, the last advantage is that they can cater and tailor to what the customers actually need. So for example, in Cuba and England, they have free healthcare. And as we know, with advantages always comes disadvantages, and the main is that there is less competition, so there's less innovation and inventions being made, and there's also less research and development. So this means that the costs may not be as low as they could be, and they may not also be as fast at adapting and meeting the new needs that customers have. I hope this video helped you guys, and I hope you learned something new. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe.